by Shine back with another motherfucking video. Thank you. So today is gonna be a motherfucking story time. Now, if you don't follow me on Twitter or Instagram, that's where I did a poll for the story time. There were 4 other story times, which you'll probably see in the near future. I don't know where I'm gonna be posting them or when I'm gonna do them or whatever, but they're all gonna be stories that I eventually tell on my channel. But the one that won the most votes is, as you can tell by the title, the time I almost got motherfucking stabbed. This was during a period where I was with my ex-girlfriend. If you guys didn't know, I'm bisexual. I'm very much in the middle. But yeah, no. It was a story, you know, with my ex-girlfriend or whatever, and the period of 8 to 9 months, I believe, was fucking hell and back about 13 million times, literally. And I have so many fucking story times on that shit because it was just so toxic and it was just so much shit happening, so many lies. Like, bro, there are so many things that happened in that short period of time, because like when you look at it, it's like, damn, 8-9 months or whatever, like that's a full-on pregnancy. The fuck? It's like so much shit happened. You would think we were in a fucking 2-year, 3-year relationship. Like, it was just too much. And bitch, don't ask me why I stayed, bitch, I don't know. I was dumb. Like I said in my other video, if you did watch it, with me talking about like relationships and dating and shit like that while a plus size woman, you'll see certain things that I talk about or whatever, in certain situations that I chose to stay in for whatever reason. But yeah, this is like near the end of our relationship. Like, that was just like, okay, like, if I keep doing this, I'm gonna literally end up in jail. Like, real shit, because it was just that ridiculous. Let's give her a name. So her name is gonna be Cancer, for both reasons why. Like, she was a Cancer and she was Cancer to my fucking life. Now, a little background on how me and Cancer even became to be a thing. I actually met her at this like popular skate park that me and my ex-best friends used to go to. Memories. But yeah, this is this popular skate park we used to go to all the time or whatever. They would have parties and shit like that, and it just happens one of those nights we actually met Cancer and a friend that was with her that she used to be around. Like, that was her best friend at a time of point, until a whole nother situation happened with that. Cancer was actually trying to talk to my other 2 best friends before she even talked to me. And I know you're probably gonna be like, damn, bitch, you just, yeah, it happened. It happened. To be honest, I was kind of used to it because it was just like, you know, going out with my other 2 ex-best friends. I was basically like the duff of the group. But yeah, I was basically that. I'm not gonna hold you. I was the funny one though. Very much main character energy. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, my other 2 best friends, they was fine as hell. Feel me? Like, they were skinnier, or feel me, like slim thick girls, and we were, well, they were pretty, feel me, so dudes are gonna holler at them. It is what it is. I kind of got used to it. I wasn't bothered by it. So yeah, we met at this party at the skate park. She was trying to talk to my other 2 friends. They didn't really go for it, and then she talked to me. So they actually ended up coming back to my house, because my house was kind of like the spot that everybody wants to go to. But they ended up coming back to my house and we chilled or whatever, and she didn't leave. That's basically what that was. And like I said, so many other different story times during that course. We got to know each other. She asked me to be her girlfriend, and yeah, the rest was just history, I guess. This moment in time, like I said, was at the end of our relationship. Now, so much shit had transpired. I really wasn't even supposed to be around her, like fucking with her or none of that, like talking to her or anything. She did some shit that was like, that's unforgivable. Like, you would look at me like, bitch, are you dumb? Why the fuck would you even fuck with her after that? We were still communicating after the fact, and she was in a different town that was like 30-40 minutes away from me. So at that time I didn't have a car or anything. I didn't have a license, so I had to take like 2 buses, a train. Like, I had to do mad shit just to get to where she was at. But the plan was I was supposed to stay with her for the weekend, right? So she gave me directions or whatever. I was taking the bus, whatever. I was calling her like, oh, I'm here. We were supposed to meet at a specific spot. She was like, you know, tell me whenever you get here so we can come and get you. She picked me up with these people. I don't know who they were. I had just met them that day. She was staying with them. She said they were her friends, whatever. They looked like they were older, like probably late 20s, 30s maybe. I didn't question it. It was what it was because I was with my girlfriend. You know what I mean? So I met these people, feel me? We did our little introductions, like, hey, this is this, blah, blah, blah. She was like, hey, like, this is my girlfriend, blah, 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 whatever. So they picked me up, stopped by the store, whatever. She's sitting there telling me about certain shit or whatever. We're just chopping it up, talking, and yeah, like, just chilling, like, you know. Everybody, I lied. I did actually talk to them like on the phone one time before I actually came to see her, but I'm not gonna say we're friends off of one conversation. Like, I don't know you, you know what I mean? You were just somebody that I talked to on the phone before I actually came to your house, because feel me, you don't want to just bring people over to somebody's house that you didn't at least introduce her, feel me? Just get the vibe with it, you know, which I completely understood. Got to the house, it was like mad people in the house. It was like their friends, the 2 people that we were with, that was their house. So I'm gonna give them names because they're gonna be important in the story too. So I'm gonna just say, I'm not gonna do too much because, bitch, I'm gonna end up confusing my damn self and y'all not gonna follow along with the story. So I'm gonna just say L1 and L2. L1, but she was more masked, like a masked stud, I guess that you would qualify her as. I don't know. She was more masculine. She was definitely not a femme. Her girlfriend was more of a femme. And that was L2. So yeah, that's their relationship, whatever. They were really cool. We were staying at their house. Now the way that their house was, it was like stairs that you went in, and there's like a hallway. Like, you passed by the living room, and there was like a hallway that you go down to get to another part of the house, and you can actually go around the living room to get to that part too. They had the kitchen, and then they had stairs that went up to their room or all the other rooms, right? So that's basically the setup of it. Now shit starts getting weird, like, as fuck after this, especially with the certain people that we were around. It was kind of just like, it just made me really, like, it just gave me weird ass vibes, like, I don't know. So whatever, we were all chopping it up, you know. And then shit started getting serious, right? Because I guess some shit was happening with L1 and L2 in their workplace, and they were doing some type of, I don't know, illegal activities, and they was trying to figure out if somebody was snitching on them or whatever, and they was like, yo, I'll get this whole shit shut down. It was a whole lot of. And I was really just like, oh, okay, like, y'all in trouble with something? What's going on here? Feel me? Not trying to eavesdrop too much, because I was just like, like, the vibe I was getting off of them, like, they was cool, but when it came to that situation, I was like, I don't know, like, I kind of really know. I didn't ask no questions. I just heard certain shit that was kind of just like, oh, so y'all in some shit that might end y'all up in some shit. There was one point that they actually ended up leaving the house or whatever, and me and my girlfriend were just chilling or whatever in the living room, because that's where we were sleeping. So feel me, me and my girlfriend in the house alone, we're just gonna do what people do in a relationship, right? I don't think L1 and L2 really didn't care, because, like, I mean, they were in, you know, a lesbian relationship, so they kind of figured what time it was, feel me? And yeah, like, they just let us rock out. It was what it was, you know what I mean? It was at a certain point that, like, one of the people that was chilling early on in that day came back in. It was just like an older guy or whatever. He had like dreads or whatever. This is what happened. So I'm gonna expose myself. So basically, we were on the couch, sitting on the couch. We had like the cover and stuff over us, right? So she was like, we were chilling, but like, she would just not stop. Like, she was just the type of person that was not gonna stop regardless. And I was just like, bro, it was at a certain point that I just need to be like, yo, chill out. Like, the fuck is you doing? And this guy ended up coming in or whatever, and he was talking to us and shit like that. Now, if you're doing something under a cover, it's gonna make it very obvious. Like, you're gonna see, regardless of if you're in the dark or not, if somebody's in front of you or some shit, you can see movement and shit like that. So she kept trying to, and I was like, bro, like, stop. Like, I'm trying to move her shit. I'm trying to, like, close my shit, because you're doing too much, and this dude is right here. Like, that's so fucking weird. That's weird as shit. And obviously he noticed. He's like, oh,
why is the cover moving?
And he's like, oh, nothing. Like, trying to play that shit off, right? He's like, oh,
blah,
blah, blah, whatever. I'm just like, bro, this is weird. Like, this is weird. I don't know why you would continue to do that. Like, that's weird. That's weird to me. So that happened or whatever. We chopping it up again. And, like, then it started turning to even more weird shit. Like, he was just like, oh, I think it was either him or it was my girlfriend that was like, oh, we should pay you for a dare, blah blah blah, this and this and that. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not playing. And she was like, oh, I was just like, because I was getting a weird vibe. Like, first of all, it's 3 of us, me and you, our girlfriend, this old ass nigga is sitting right here. Like, come on now, you know where the fuck that's gonna go, at least for me. And I'm not comfortable, like, no. So I'm like, I'm not playing. Like, I'm not playing no fucking game. And they like, oh, come on, like, this and this and that. Like, her and him. I'm like, no. So I was just like, you know what, I don't care. Or actually, they just, whatever, they was doing whatever weird shit they was doing. And I guess she was like, oh, he was like, oh, I dare you to do this, blah, 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 to her. Basically saying to kiss me. And I'm just like, no. She was like, come on, it's just like trying to be playful and shit. I'm just like, no, my nigga, this is weird. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and fucking make up with you in front of this grown ass man. Like, it was just the weirdest shit ever. And I really did end up kissing, but I'm like sitting here like this, like blocking shit and everything. He was like, oh, and then they finally stopped because they knew I was not with the shits. Like, no, you're weird. And it was another point. We actually left the house or whatever to get food. We left with him. So, like, she was just doing extra shit. Like my girlfriend, she was not femme. She was more of like L1. She was more of like, you know, masculine or whatever. That's how she was, and I was basically the femme in the relationship. I can sense certain shit. I see when people do certain shit. Like, with my friends, when we would go to like that popular skate park, I would know when somebody's about to hit on them, or I would know when somebody was checking them out or some shit like that. And they would be like, oh, no, no, no. And I'd be like, watch, it's gonna happen. And then it would end up happening. And I would be like, bro, like, I'm not stupid. I seen the shit happening. Like, I seen the shit coming. So even with her being masculine or whatever the case may be, certain men will still be like, oh, you're still a female, you're still this. So they'll still look at you like, you know what I mean? So when she was doing extra shit when we were walking, because this was like in the summer, like, she was like taking off her shirt, whatever, so she was down in a like training bra and shit like that. And it was just like, it was just doing too much. I'm like, bro, can you like stop? Like, and then she would like, you know, again with the randomly kissing thing. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm not one to do PDA anyway, but it's just a simple fact that, like, why are you trying to like kiss me in front of grown-ass men? And then when we did kiss, even with them walking, and they would look back and they'd be like, oh, da-da-da, like, just doing shit like that. And I was just like, it was just super fucking weird. Like, it was super fucking weird, and I was super fucking uncomfortable. And I'm like, yeah, like, can you stop? Like, I don't want to do that in front of them. Like, regardless, we're in a relationship, cool, but we don't have to sit there and put on a fucking show for fucking men. Like, you know what I mean? So it was just weird to me. Ended up going back to the house. Cool. Chilling. L1 and L2 come back to the house, whatever. Everybody else had left. Feel me? They gave us a heads up like, yo, it's about that time. Feel me? They went upstairs or whatever. Me and her chilling. It's just like, bro, I'm just chilling right now. Like, I'm not too into it, especially after like all that weird shit was happening. It was kind of just like, I was kind of turned the fuck off, and I was just like, bro, like, I'm just trying to chill right now. I'm not really trying to do too much. So they went upstairs. Now, they put on loud ass music, right? Loud ass music, like we can hear it all the way from where we're at downstairs, right? So I know for a fact you will be able to hear it. Like, say if somebody was next door, they would probably be able to hear that music. Like, and the way that it was kind of like an apartment building, like they were really close by. So I know somebody next door was hearing that music, just to give you like a reference of how loud it was, right? So I'm sitting there on my phone, like I'm literally just scrolling on social media as anybody fucking does. And I don't think she had her phone at the moment, because I think she was contacting me on somebody else's phone, like to see where I was at to meet up with her. So I think that's what happened, and she was like mad that I was on my phone. So I'm like, bro, like you're doing too much. She's like, oh,
Like, get off your phone, like, spend time with me.
blah blah blah, this and this and that. Like, she was just doing too much. Like, I'm not even trying to be that person like, oh, astrology is this, oh, if you're a Cancer, da 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 da. But to be honest, when people say that Cancers are crybabies, she matched that shit to the fucking T. She was just doing too much. She was just like,
Oh, get off your phone, like, spend time with me.
blah blah blah. Like, did we not just spend the whole entire day with each other? I'm confused. Did we not just, like, I'm still here. I'm still gonna be here tomorrow, or so I thought. I'm still gonna be here tomorrow, so I'm just confused. So she's like bitching, whatever, blah blah blah. Then she starts climbing on top of me. I'm like, bro, like, can you get off me? Like, I was legit not in the mood. Once I'm not in the mood, I'm just not in the mood. Like, just leave me alone and let me get over my attitude or whatever. Like, don't pester me. I don't like shit like that. She kept bothering me. She started getting on top of me. I'm like, bro, get off of me. Like, get off of me.
Like, no, get off your phone.
I'm like, bro, get off of me. Like, this is how we were laying. Like, my head's down here, her head's down here. And she was like bothering me. And then that's when she started climbing on top of me. But then she comes to the side of me, like where the couch cushion is at. So now I'm on the edge of the fucking couch. And she fucking pushes me off the couch. Like, literally, like, if she was on this side and I'm behind her right here, she literally like pushed against the couch to push me off. So now I'm on the floor. I'm like, bro, okay, you're doing too much. Like, you're doing too much. And you're throwing a whole fucking tantrum because I'm not giving you enough attention. Like, my nigga, we're literally together right now. So I'm just like, bro, like, you're really doing too much. Like, and it was pissing me off because I'm just like, I just asked for my space and you're literally like, come on now. So he's like on me. And I'm like, bro, get off of me. Like, and I started to get really upset. And I'm like, bro, I'm gonna really get to the point where I'm gonna hit you. And I do not condone any type of, feel me, like domestic violence or nothing like that. Or no, nothing like that. Nothing of the sort. But it's like, when you keep fucking with the bull, your ass is gonna get hit. Like, leave me alone. Like, stop. And then on top of that, you're pushing me and shit like that. I don't like shit like that. Like, don't get physical. I don't even like being touched like that. So it's just like, bro, like, you're just doing too much over what? Me scrolling on my phone? Like, come on now. So we're like on the floor. Like, we're not fighting. We're like tussling. And she was like,
oh, are you really gonna hit me?
this and that. I'm like, bro, get the fuck off me. Like, stop. Like, I told you to stop multiple times. You keep pushing me, touching me, doing all this other shit. Stop. Like, the fuck do you not get? Yeah, I'm about to hit your ass in a second. Mind you, when we tussled on the floor, we didn't break nothing or nothing like that. The most we had, like the cover that we had and like some pillows on the ground. Literally, we did not break nothing. We didn't push nothing over, nothing of the sort, nothing like that. We was literally just on the ground, like, and I had her ass in a fucking headlock. Now I'm mad, and now I don't want to be here because I'm just like so fucking annoyed. Bitch, it was like 12 o'clock at night. And then I get up, I start packing my shit, whatever. So I guess they heard us like rustling, like, cause when she pushed me on the floor, obviously it's gonna make a sound, like, bitch, dude, like. So I don't know, I guess they heard it, whatever. But this is like after I already started packing this shit. Like, I was like, bitch, I'm getting the fuck up out of here. Like, I was getting on my shit, everything, like, and I was done with it. Like, I was just like, bro, you really just, like, it's been a weird ass day. Now you pulling this shit. Now you like pushing me and putting your hands on me. I don't like shit like that. Like, don't do that. And I don't give a fuck if it's 12 o'clock at night, bitch. I'm getting the fuck up out of here. I'm gonna figure it the fuck out. You know, didn't even know where the fuck I was at. But I was determined to get out that bitch. Listen, do not piss me off, because I'll find a way. Like, I don't even like when it gets to get to that point in a situation. I'm not trying to get physical, especially with somebody that I fuck with. So the fact that you even pushed me to that point, or the fact that you was really even like testing me and like basically you pushing a fucking issue, you pushing the button, it's just like, bro, I don't even want to be in a situation. I guess they heard it or whatever, because I think they had turned the music or whatever off at that point. So they came downstairs or whatever, and they see me packing. They was like, oh, like, what happened? What was that noise? Blah, blah, blah. So I'm not saying nothing. I'm just like, bro, I'm getting out of here. I don't even give a fuck. Like, stay here. So they're like, oh, what happened? Blah, blah, blah. She was like,
oh, like, me and her just got into a disagreement or whatever.
This and this and that, whatever, whatever. So she was like, oh, like, did y'all break anything? Like, da, da, da. She was like,
no, it was just the pillows and shit on the ground. Like, that's really it.
Whatever. L2, the feminine one, starts spazzing like, oh, da 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 da, y'all doing too much. This and this and that. My brother has work, because her brother was sleeping like in the basement. So she was like, oh, my brother has work, this and that, da da da, whatever, whatever. I'm like, I'm not really listening to her, because I'm like, bro, I'm leaving anyway. I don't even give a fuck about nothing y'all talking about. I'm leaving. Whatever, you deal with that, you know? But literally, a pillow on the ground, bro, a blanket, nothing else. Nothing was broken, nothing was nothing. That was it. So she's spazzing. My grandmother has work tomorrow. Da, da, da. Mind you, like I said before, they have played the fucking music, blasting and shit and everything. If we can hear it, I'm pretty sure your brother can hear that shit from downstairs too. But whatever. So she's spazzing, da da da, whatever, whatever. And then she's like, oh, you need to get the fuck out. Da da da. Don't gotta tell me twice. I was already getting out that bitch anyway. I don't even give a fuck. But now she don't got nowhere to stay. I feel bad, but my nigga, you literally just had to leave me alone. Like, and now you in a situation where you gotta get the fuck out, and you didn't have nowhere to fucking go. Like, I'm sorry, but it is what it is. So she was like, okay, blah blah blah. Like, before she even got to that point though, she looked at me and she seen I was packing my shit. She was like,
oh, where the fuck are you going?
Da da da. I said, I'm fucking leaving. Like, the fuck? What does it look like I'm doing? So she said, you gotta get the fuck out, blah, 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 right? Now, the femme, L2, she was more irate than her girlfriend. Like, L1 was trying to calm her down and shit, like, L2 was just like, nah, play that shit. Like, just spazzing. I'm just like, yo, is it really that serious over a pillow and a blanket, bro? So then now my girlfriend's like, see, da-da-da-da-da, this and this and that. I'm like, bro, this is not my fault. Like, you literally could have just left me alone and it just would have been in it. But she was like, oh, okay, I understand, blah, 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 telling that to L2. I'll leave, blah, blah, blah. So she got her shit or whatever. So I'm sitting here trying to make sure I got all my shit, because you could do all that rah-rah shit, but I just need all my shit. I don't want to come back to this motherfucker. It's been weird. Bitch, I'm trying to get out anyway. Sorry, not fucking sorry. Like, peace the fuck out. So she went out first or whatever. She went outside. I guess she was gonna sit there and wait for me. I was just like, bro, I don't even want to be around you, to be honest. But she went outside. Then I'm like walking towards the door because I got all my shit. I made sure I had all my shit. So I hear my girlfriend, because she's L2 is still screaming at this point. I'm really not listening. So I hear my girlfriend like,
babe, watch out.
As I'm exiting the house, I look back. L1 is holding L2 back. Like, literally, like, the L2, the femme, is like this. L1 is like, yo, babe, stop. Right? This bitch had a fucking knife. I was like, it was that serious. Like, I'm laughing about it now, but I was like, bro, it was that serious? Like, you really had to get a fucking knife, bro? So I'm like, bitch, you're not gonna tell me twice. Nah. So I ran out the fucking house like, bitch, are you crazy? Like, and it's funny because I was hearing that shit too, like, that bitch is psychotic. Like, she was saying to herself, bitch, I'm crazy. Like, I'm crazy. Bitch, I should have took your word for it, because I was like, bro, what the fuck? Like, I was so confused on how it escalated to that point of you trying to stab us over a fight that we had. We didn't break nothing. All it was pillows and shit on the floor. Legitimately, that was it. Like, okay, I understand your brother, feel me, he's trying to sleep or whatever case may be or whatever. But my nigga, y'all was playing loud ass music. But I mean, at the same time, I get it. People are different about their households. I understand, feel me? If I was wrong in the situation, let me know in the comments. But I just didn't feel like it was that serious for her to try to stab us. I don't know. After I looked back, I seen that she got a fucking knife in her hand and her girlfriend was trying to calm her down. We ran out the fucking house, right? So we walking down, like we're literally, now we're running down the street because we're like, this bitch is fucking crazy. Like, what the fuck? This bitch is crazy. So we're running down the street. Mind you, don't know where we're going. Have our bags. We don't know what the fuck we about to do. I'm like, bitch, I'm trying to duck and hide. I'm not about to keep running because we're in plain fucking sight. It's not like we're in the fucking wilderness or some shit. Feel me? So I'm like, bro, we're in plain sight. Like, where we're at is literally like a city. Like, you can see all through that bitch, you know? So we're running and we hear her girlfriend at the door yelling and screaming like, oh, y'all got me fucked up. Da, 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 da. And her girlfriend still holding her back, right?
She's like, no, let me go after them,
right? L1 still trying to calm her down.
Yo, babe, chill out,
da, da, da. L2 still spazzing, this and that, right? So I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, how did I get here? Y'all ever have moments in life where y'all just like, yo, what am I doing with my life? How did I get here? How did this all happen? Like, I felt like this was like a BET fucking starting fucking movie shit.
Yeah, that's me right there. Right in the red and black shirt. My name is Shy. You're probably wondering how I got to this place. Well, it's a crazy ass story.
So we're still running. I'm like, yo, babe, we need to hide. Like, we need to hide. We need to go down here or something, because what if she come running after us? Like, bitch, we're in plain sight. She gonna see us. We don't hear her no more. We don't see her no more. We're just walking now, right? So me and her sitting there talking. I'm like, yo, are you dead ass? If that bitch would have stabbed me, it would have been a whole fucking thing. First of all, I would have got my ass cursed the fuck out because I wasn't even supposed to be with this bitch. But I was like, bro, it would have been a whole fucking thing. Like, it would have been a whole fucking thing. She was like, oh, on some stupid shit.
Oh, you know, I would have jumped in the knife for you, right? You know, I would have blocked it. I would have.
Shut your ass the fuck up. You wasn't doing none of that shit. Shut up. Like, bitch, stop capping. Like, you was not about to jump in front of no knife for me. This is my face, and she's like,
you know, I care about you, right? You know, I would have.
I'm just like, I'm not even listening to nothing she's saying. Like, I'm off straight adrenaline. Like, I'm like, bro, we need to get the fuck out of here, right? We need to figure out what we're doing. So I'm like, bro, let's hide right here in this. It probably wasn't a great idea, but I was like, yo, let's hide back here in this house. It's dark. Nobody will be able to see us. If they walk by, they're not gonna be able to see us. You feel me? If we're walking on the street where there's lights and shit like that, she's gonna see us. She's gonna see our bag. She's gonna see, you know what I mean? So whatever.
She's like, no, babe, let's just keep going. Let's just keep going.
So we keep walking. We're just walking now because we thinking, cool, like, we out of that situation. She don't know where we at, whatever. We not thinking she gonna come after us and actually run after us, whatever. Bitch, when I tell you this bitch hopped in a car, yo, I was like, yo, L1, get your bitch. Like, I was like, bro, it's never that serious. Like, it was never that serious. This bitch was in a car looking for us, legitimately looking for us. I was like, yo, what the fuck? So she's like, oh, she's driving and she sees us, she spots us. So she starts screaming, da 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 da. Her girlfriend, babe, chill out, da 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 da. Right? Still trying to calm her down. Bitch, you're already in the car. There's no more calming down, bitch. She made it to the point where she got in the car and was looking for us, literally, like. So we start running again, bitch. You're not about to. Shit, you come at us with a knife, you might come at us with the car next. Are you dead ass? I'm sorry, I'm not ended up on fucking First 48 behind some fucking pillows and fucking comforter. I'm not doing that. We start running again. I'm like, bro, this bitch is really insane. Like, I was like, nah, this is not it. This is not it. So we're trying to, like, make it to the bus station or whatever, right? I think we walked downtown to the bus station of that town. Like, not the bus station, but this was like the area where all the buses came. But again, it's the middle of the fucking night. like I told you, buses ain't running at that fucking time. This is not New York, bitch. You can't catch a train somewhere or whatever. It's not 24 hours. Literally, the buses start running at like 6. Again, don't know where we're going. Bitch, I was ready to go home. I had enough money to go home. We finally lose them. Bitch, I'm still looking over my shoulder and shit because I'm like, nah, I can't get caught. Like, I don't have no type of weapon or nothing, bitch. So if you try to come at me with a knife, how am I block that? Bitch, how am I gonna block that? With my hands? I'm not made of steel. Like, bitch, I get stabbed. I get stabbed. We finally lose them, but I'm still on high alert because I'm like, nah, bitch, we thought we lost them the first time and they in a car now. They're in a car. We're walking. Feel me? We try to make it downtown or whatever to where the buses just sit are at, right? We don't got nowhere to go now, bitch. I can't call nobody or nothing like that because of the fact that, again, I'm not supposed to be with this bitch. They're gonna be like, why the fuck are you even da, 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 da. Too many questions. I just don't need it right now. And for me, I didn't want to leave her because that was my girlfriend, even though I was upset at her. I didn't want to fucking leave her there by herself or whatever. She didn't got nowhere to stay, whatever. So, bitch, me being the girlfriend that I am, I stayed with her. And I want to say it was probably like 2 in the morning at this point. And we went down, like I said, to where the buses and shit go. All types of buses that take you everywhere. So buses didn't start running until like 6 or 7 in the morning. So when I tell you, we legitimately had to like wait at this stop for hours, bro, like 4 or 5 hours for the buses to start running so we can go to where the fuck we needed to go to. I was just like, bruh, we really outside. We are really outside. This is crazy, right? Now, I have my phone and shit with me. She didn't have a phone, like I said, at the time. I don't think she had a phone. I think she was using their phone. So she's using my phone to log on to like her Facebook and shit so she can contact people on, you know, to try to figure out where she was gonna stay because that's where she was currently staying. So now that she kicked the fuck out, she need to figure it out. Bitch, I had enough money to go the fuck back home. But I wasn't just gonna leave her until she figured out what she was gonna do. She's talking to people, she's inboxing people, I'm asking her, you know, what's up, blah, 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 whatever. So with Cancer, she was a serial cheater, right? And there are so many story times before that point. But like I said, this is like the end of our shit. This is like near the end of our shit. There were so many other story times about her cheating, all types of shit that I found, whatever. So I didn't trust her at this point. Like, I didn't trust shit. And she was already like doing shit on my phone because there were frequent like periods where she didn't have a phone and I would let her, you know, use my phone or whatever because it's like, babe, whatever you need it, whatever, cool. So, but it was getting to a point where she was literally cheating on my phone. When I tell you, like, FaceTiming bitches and all type shit on my phone, that's when it was just like, I don't trust you. I don't even want you to use my shit because now I feel like you're on some other shit. And it's like, so you were trying to use my phone to figure out where you're going, not talk to bitches. But that's what she would do. She would talk to bitches so she would have a place to stay. So she was a homosexual. But yeah, as we're waiting, she's like, you know, I gotta wait for my friend to text me back or whatever, blah, blah, blah. So she started talking to other bitches, blah, blah, blah. She's talking to her best friend, and I put that in quotes. I use that very lightly. She's talking to her best friend or whatever. And she never referred to me as a girlfriend or whatever the case may be. That was another thing too. Certain shit that she would do, I would peep. Like, if she was on FaceTime with somebody, she would mute them to talk to me. And, you know, she'd be like, oh, babe, this and this and that. But when she was talking to them, she'd be like, oh, I'm at my friend's house and da, da, da. And I peeped shit like that. And it was also other shit that I found too. But anyways, every time that she would talk to me, she would mute the phone. So that's how I knew she was on some sneaky shit. It's just like, bro, this is... If we're gonna start another argument, bitch, I'm already over it at this point. You know what I mean? Like, I'm literally irritated with you. And the only reason I'm here right now is because of the fact that I can't fucking go home at this point. So, I'm like, bro, like, really? Like, you're legitimately doing this right now? Like, and I'm in this whole situation because of you? Are you fucking serious? Like, it was just so fucking disrespectful. But it was like, how can I expect respect from somebody that's disrespecting me this whole relationship? We got into a whole other argument. Now I'm sitting here, I'm like, bro, I could take a bus to this person or whatever, because my ex-best friend at the time, we weren't cool at that period, but I was like, bro, I just need to get out the situation. You know what I mean? And I hit her up. Obviously, she didn't get back to me because it's 2 o'clock in the morning. They're fucking asleep or whatever, you know? So, a couple hours go by. We have a fucking argument about that. Then, it's to a point where buses are gonna start running again. You know what I mean? Finally got back to me. She's like, yo, what's up? What's happening? Blah, blah, blah. Like, what's going on? So, I tell her the whole thing, right? And she already didn't like her anyway because of the previous situation that they were actually about to fight. But she didn't like her anyway. And she was like, yo, I told you to leave that girl alone, blah, blah, whatever. I'm like, I know. She's sitting there listening to my conversation and shit. And she's getting mad because I forgot what she got mad at me for. But she started yelling and shit like that, just doing too much. And I'm telling you, like, yo, people started coming. Obviously, because they're trying to catch the bus. People started coming. She started yelling and shit. I'm like, bro, you're doing too much. Like, you're just doing too much, my nigga. And my friend is hearing her on the phone. I'm like, yo, you hear her right now? She's like, yep. I'm like, bro, please. Like, please. She's like, yo, you need to come here. Come. She was a real one for that. Because I was really trying to get the fuck up out of here. She was like, oh, you're really going to leave? Da-da-da. That's what my ex-girlfriend was saying, oh, you're really gonna leave, this and that, blah blah blah. And I'm like, bro, like, I don't want to be around you. Like, I don't want to be around you. You already got me in some bullshit. I'm good. But I forgot what actually ended up happening. And I ended up just telling my friend, like, you know, I'm just gonna stick with her or whatever, because I don't want to leave her, blah blah blah. I don't want to leave her here by herself. She don't know what she's doing, this and that. Because I don't think she knew exactly what she was doing until like an hour or so after buses started running, and she finally found somewhere to go, which is another story. But that one, I don't even know. That probably is a close second to what the fuck happened the day before. But yeah, I ended up not leaving her and going to the other spot that she was gonna be staying. I should just fucking left, bro. I literally, yo, when I look back on her, I'm just like, bro, you're a dumbass bitch. Like, trying to be a good ass person. Dummy. Fucking dumb. And if you guys want to hear that story time, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Let me know in my DMs. Let me know anything. But yeah, that story time is going to be about how she stole about $1,000 worth of fucking electronics and shit and tried to sell it. If you want to hear that shit, let me know. That is basically the time where I almost got fucking sliced the fuck up, bitch. And yeah, like, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if I was in the wrong. Let me know if she was completely right about trying to slice us the fuck up. Let me know how much of a dumb bitch I was for staying in our relationship. Anything. Anything, leave it in the comments. Let me know. Like, share, subscribe. We're on our way to 1K. And yeah, just stay tuned. And love, guys. Bye.